next battle of the evening is in the welterweight division, and it's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It's sponsored by Inked Expressions. Your first fighter, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 175 pounds. He makes his professional debut here tonight. He's from Charleston, Krav Maga, in Charleston, South Carolina. This is Quintezz Sapp.
So here comes Quintezz Sapp. Sapp coming in from Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston Krav Maga is the camp. A pro debut for Quintezz Sapp, who is from the same camp as our frequent referee, Jimmy Neely, which is pretty interesting. Solid amateur record for Quintezz Sapp. And he is put together, very solid, compact, strong guy. And he'll have a strong opponent in Bubba Cruz as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Pro debut for Quintezz Sapp from South Carolina. This is a 170-pound welterweight bout, and Sapp way over the number at 175 for this 170-pound welterweight bout. Bubba Cruz comes in at 2 pounds under. Cruz just an inch taller and 2 years older, and then it has the one pro victory difference with Quintezz Sapp. So Junie, being over that number when you don't make weight, how much does that impact a fighter once they rehydrate?
I mean, there's way too many variables to really have a strong opinion about it, because one, he's from South Carolina, so he had to drive pretty far to get here. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Finish that thought in 1 second. Back to Jeff.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers blue corner. He weighed in at 168.4 pounds. He has a professional record of 1 win with no losses. He's representing Agoge Combatives out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is Bad News Bubba Cruz!
Bubba Cruz, what a terrific fighter he is. Just a quick finish your thought there on the weight. So it just depends on each fighter and how it impacts you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him well enough. I don't know him to really be able to have a strong opinion. But coming from South Carolina, I'm assuming he had to drive. Maybe he had a large amount of weight to cut, so it was real difficult having that drive. Right. A lot of the bigger promotions and stuff, they'll fly you, and you'll have a week before the weigh-ins to take care of it. When you have to drive down here the same day you weigh in and stuff, it makes it real difficult, especially that kind of distance.
So Bubba Cruz,
or you just didn't prepare properly. One or the other. I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Just giving the benefit of the doubt.
And I think the fight will show us what may have happened, what was the case. Bubba Cruz, his pro debut was a round 1 victory over Kyle Lee back at Valor Fighting Challenge 65. That was back in October. Just took 1:13. Bubba Cruz had a fantastic amateur career, just dominant in many cases. Just losses to Jeremiah Cutright and Yemi Odewal, but even those were tough competitive fights and really dominant other than that, and he's very entertaining, very popular. Bubba Cruz.
I mean, he has a pretty big fan base out here as it is.
No doubt.
I've been walking around here, and even before I knew who he was, I always see Bubba Cruz shirts, Bubba Cruz shirts, Bubba Cruz. I was like, this guy must have done pretty well before I got.
And a teammate of Greg Hopkins, who's in our main event. It's our feature battle of the night. Quintezz Sapp in the black and white trunks. Bubba Cruz in the all
nice
black.
Switch kick. What's that?
This bout presented by Inked Expressions, a welterweight battle 173. 5-minute rounds here at Camp Jordan Arena in Chattanooga. Vince Ferrara, Junie Browning, and Nick Ertz.
For Sapp's pro debut, he looks pretty comfortable there. I could tell by just being in the back seeing him in the back how comfortable he looked and stuff. Didn't look like someone that was debut.
Cruz resets in and out.
Good switch kick. He stays long with his jab. Ooh. Nice takedown. Oh.
Almost got it. Did he grab onto the cage? I don't know. Oh,
yeah, I think nice slide. Good job. Straight past the leg, straight to the side. Side control.
Big shot from Sapp.
As soon as Cruz started pressing on the head, Sapp decided to stack him. That was really good, smart.
Consecutive shots from Sapp on Cruz. Cruz, accomplished wrestler, but just hadn't been on the mat a lot in his fights. Hadn't really need to show that wrestling background he has.
It could have caught him. It appeared like it might have caught him off guard a little bit too, because Sapp went straight for the takedown right off the bat.
Sapp, freestyle power fighter, has a wrestling background as well.
Oh, that explains a lot. Really good control. Yeah,
Cruz, the favorite for many coming into this fight, but he is getting the challenge from Quintezz Sapp in his pro debut. Sapp won his last 3 amateur fights. Coming into this one, his last one was last August, a year ago.
You'll see Sapp. He'll start doing some shovel punch. See that right over there. He'll come over top. Some more shovel punches. He's got a lot of good. He's got really good control.
Trying to go for a choke here. Stuck it in. Flattens out.
Nope. Once someone flattens you, it gets really difficult. What Cruz will want to do is switch his hips. Switch your hips. Try to get your legs in between.
Tap. It's over. Sapp upsets Bubba Cruz. Wow. He gets the RNC victory. Wow. And you were talking about ways for him to get out of it. Just didn't have the time to execute it.
I mean, Sapp was very aggressive and he was very dominant from right off the get-go. I think it was kind of overwhelming for him a little bit too.
Wow. And, man, Sapp looked good. So take us through this replay here. Jenny, what you see?
I think that shot kind of caught him off guard, so he was able to get deep underneath him before Cruz even had an opportunity to defend it.
Yeah. And then he gets him on the ground. Yep. That happened right in front of us.
After Sapp got the takedown, they just got the takedown. As soon as he gets the takedown, you'll see him grab the legs, pass over to side control right off the back before Cruz even had an opportunity to think about how to defend.
Yeah, this place went silent. They are stunned. And we haven't seen Bubba Cruz lose like that before. Let's make it official. Here's Jeff Hobbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee stops this bout at 2 minutes and 35 seconds of the first round. Your winner by rear naked choke, out of the red corner, Quintezz Sapp.
So Quintezz Sapp, how about a pro debut win over Bubba Cruz? You talk about making a statement right out of the gate. As Bubba Cruz, bad news, falls to 1-1. His teammate Greg Hopkins will be in the main event as he will fight for the Valor Welterweight Championship against Jason King. Before that, our co-main event is on the way with Jeremy Mitchell taking on James Adcock for the Valor Bantamweight Championship.